Hey guys, so I'm actually going to do something a bit different with this video today. For once, it's not going to be a Twitch VOD exported to Twitch, exported to YouTube, my bad. So that's a first. But basically, I wanted to do a VOD review of a game of myself. I'm the Rek'Sai here, because my Smurf is like Diamond 3, Diamond 2 elo or something. Um, so not super high, but not super low either. So this game I actually popped the fuck off. I think I go like 8-1 and like 10 or something. We end the game in like 15 minutes or something. I don't know if they FF. I think they FF. I don't think we below Nexus. But I wanted to talk about this game because while there's a lot of things I do well, obviously, like I wouldn't have gone like 8-1 otherwise. There's a lot of things I do wrong too, and that's something I just want to talk about because a lot of people don't understand. I'll actually pause to talk about it here. A lot of people don't understand just because you won doesn't mean you played well, even if your score is good. You know, you obviously like if you pop the fuck off like score wise and you win, you're definitely doing some things right. But having like a perfect KDA or whatever does not mean you played like perfectly or anywhere near it. You know, and the important thing is you're doing things when you're VOD reviewing. You always want to make sure you're doing things that are consistent and repeatable as much as you can because um, if you play, let's take a champion, right? Let's say you play like Twitch, okay, and let's say you have a pretty good lane phase and then you just team fight like 40 times and then that game you just pop the fuck off in every team fight. You know, let's say they got like a Zed, Kassadin, all these diving fucks and you just outplay them every time, right? um, and you're feeling really good about yourself. You're like, damn, I played fucking well. I dropped a 20 kill bomb, and it's like I hard carried. I did 90k damage. Woo! And then you're like, damn, I'm so good at this champion now. And then you play the champion a few more times, and you don't pop off the same way. Maybe it's because maybe you were just really playing well that day, um, or the more common thing is the enemy team like didn't know how to play their champions properly, and you thought you were better at your champ than you really were. Um, and now you're not having success anymore because when you were having success, it wasn't sustainable because of the way you were playing. Um, which is why when I do VOD reviews of people, I always stress the importance of lane phase. I always stress the importance of wave manipulation, and I always stress the importance of, for junglers, like your early pathing and why you choose to do things the way you do, and why I suggest just overloading on one lane hard to force tower and then subsequently grab objectives off of that because that's the most consistent way to play. Um, so I do a decent amount of the stuff, but you know, even myself, I don't always listen to my own advice as much as I should, as you'll see this game. So straight off the bat, um, I'll play most of this in 2x speed. I do blue start here. My first mistake is actually I don't get a leash, and I actually should have just smited this because the blue buff has more armor than the red buff by far. So smiting the blue buff, especially because I'm clearing it at level 1 without a leash, is better than smiting the red buff here. So first mistake, I lose a lot of extra HP because of that. The reason I start top is because I want to end bottom. This is a very, very, very exploitable bot lane. Super easy to dive. Very weak early, new to in Twitch. Don't have any hard CC to stop me on the dive. So when I walk down here, initially it's not really diveable. Like when I take the blast pen over, or gankable really. So I opt to do scuttle instead of walking straight to bot lane and taking this angle. But they start trading like right as I do the scuttle. I would have felt a lot more comfortable going for the gank had I actually smited blue buff and had more HP. But I don't actually feel comfortable doing the gank until I heal off of the scuttle, which is why I take the. I'm a little delayed here. Small mistake, I don't grab the speed from the scuttle. They start trading really heavily, so I walk over, take the angle, and grab the free kill on Nunu. Because he literally just flashed away. I know there's no flash. I go for the easy kill. I don't go greedy, try to get the 2-fer or anything. So my top laner dies at the same time. So now I know for sure what Path Jarvan did. You know, he has 12 CS, 3 camps, 4 each camp. Still a terrible jungle CS change. Fuck you, Riot Games. But I know he's done 3 camps, so he did basically the same route as me, just on the opposite side. So I know Twitch is diveable because we have Nautilus, and we have a huge wave coming in. So I wait here, and I wait here because everyone wards this bush when they're afraid of getting dove at any high level, or any remotely high level. So I wait here instead of here. Obvious thing, it doesn't give him vision of me. You know, he sees my tunnel, but he's too spooked to go clear it. I just wait out of vision here for the wave to hit, because there's no point in going early. So wave hits here. I see that he's still under the turret, so I make my move now that he's committed. Nautilus, I have no idea why he flashes, but he flashes. I end up taking the kill with my unburrow. I wanted the assist, ended up getting the kill. Sucks, but it's fine. So Nunu comes back to lane. I know he's alone. My top laner is in the process of dying again, so I'm saying, why the fuck not? Why don't we just dive this guy? I know no one else is here. I'm ready to take aggro. I actually should have gone the other way around. Nautilus ends up having to take aggro because he's afraid Nunu will get away, so he dies, but we trade, and they lose all the creeps under the turret. Their turret's half HP at 4 minutes. So we probably could have dodged it without anyone dying. All it would have taken is me getting aggro first and flashing out, but not the worst thing in the world. They lose almost all the creeps. We're up double CS, and the turret's half HP at level 1. And what I do here is the most important part. I grab the Gromp because I know, judging from his CS, he's got 18, so he's done 4 camps, took 2 CS pushing the wave with Gragas. So I know he either did Scuttle or he took my Gromp. Usually the more common one is Gromp based on the time in between his ganks on my top laner and the HP he was missing. So I feel safe to take his Gromp. I know Twitch wants to go catch the rest of the wave into the turret once he gets back. Obviously Nunu was dead, so I feel safe to get the Gromp. So I grab that, and then I know his first small camp that's coming up is Wolves, so I drop this ward on it. So I know Jarvan's coming down. He thinks his Gromp is up, so he's gonna walk to the Gromp. Very obvious. He sees it's gone. So this is the first misread I make of the game. So this is actually really unfortunate. Nautilus will walk by here, and I actually won't get vision of Jarvan. So if you take a look at our vision, blue team, so Nautilus is gonna just barely miss Jarvan here. I'll show you guys in a second. So I go to do my rafters, right? Because this is a little bit greedy, but what I was actually intending to do originally was find Jarvan here, or if I see him walk past this way to the left to go to rafters after he does wolves with this ward, then if he walks to the left and I see him walk to the left, I go kill bot lane again. And if I see him, if I don't see him at all, then I just clear these and I recall and I take my gold advantage because I have more kills than him and I'll have more farm than him. And then I go find him because I'll be ahead in EXP and gold and I can fight him 1v1. So that's what my thought process is right here. So this is actually unfortunate. He's actually waiting right here, as you'll see. Nautilus misses him. So if you take a look at our vision here, I'll actually play it out in full vision first. So they ping out Nautilus, Nunu collapses, Twitch collapses, Nautilus doesn't see anything, he thinks he's safe, takes the blast out, but he doesn't have flash, and he gets jumped by everyone, and he just can't get out. So he's dead. If you take a look at our vision, unfortunate, he sees Nunu and Twitch, but the wave dies, he sees Twitch move up, so he's thinking, oh, I gotta get out of here now. He takes a blast, but this is the first time he sees any of them, aside from the Twitch moving up, and then by the time he sees them, he's already dead. I'm walking down this whole time, but it's still too late, because if you take a look from my perspective, I'm just working off our vision. I grab this. I start to follow Nautilus in the river already, because I know what he's doing is kind of scary, and I want to back him up. But by the time he sees them, and I start moving, it's already too late. He does no flash, so he dies too fast. And then I just start moving down to cover Sivir. In the case of a dive, Jarvan ints really hard. I get the assist on him. My Q plus Boomerang and turret just kills him. And normally, normally you just base here, but I was slightly afraid to try to dive Sivir. Like Twitch was like in Viz, I was like slightly worried he'd be like here right now. But especially based on the way Nunu's playing, I'd expect like Twitch to be here. So I stayed to do the Krugs. Just to cover Sivir for a bit before Nautilus arrives. No dive is imminent. Nautilus shows back up. I take my base. So I have a shit ton of gold here because 2 assists, 2 kills, bunch of CS. 2100. I should buy Smite here, Warhammer, Boots, Control Word with all that money. Yep, exactly what I buy. So yeah, I played this game like a week ago. I don't remember exactly everything, but I remember most things. So I go top here. So this is actually this is the first part where I make some serious mistakes that might not appear apparent on first watch, especially if you like watch me stream this game live. So I clear wolves here, okay? Wolves is fine. Wolves is completely fine because if I want to set up for bot lane, I know Sivir has to back after fending off that dive attempt. So there's going to be a time period where I won't be able to gank bottom because there won't be anyone bottom because Sivir needs to base and Nautilus is not going to stay in the lane by himself. He's going to roam. So grabbing the wolves is fine. So I start moving towards mid here because Nautilus goes for a roam on Xerath, and I want to be here in the area in case there's a counter gank coming. And there is a counter gank coming from the Jarvan. You know, it could have been Nunu and Twitch too. I'm not actually sure where they are. Turns out Twitch is here. So I show up for the counter gank. This is also completely fine. This is exactly what I should be doing. Jarvan goes on to Nautilus. I help him kill Jarvan. Completely fine. And then Twitch goes after Cassidy and kills him. We chase down Twitch with Tremor Sense. Yada yada. He's still invis. Nautilus hits a nasty hook on him based on the Tremor. Jace gets the snipe. So now, I have a few options here. Okay, what the ideal situation really is here is Nautilus takes the base. I grab the Gromp, maybe the blue buff too if I need it for 6, and then I just book it down to bottom. I book it down to bottom. Second Twitch and Nunu get back into the lane. We dive them. I'll have my level 6 to drop turret aggro, and we have Nautilus to dive, and we just grab the turret because it's already low. Instead, I waste all this time. So the first time I start looking for this gank, like 655, 654, okay? It's Jace versus Gragas. My Jace has already died twice. Just got a kill donated to him by us roaming, chasing down the Twitch. He got the last hit on him with QE. Whatever. All good. Jace is naturally going to win this lane once he has items anyway. And the turret is literally like full HP. If we kill Gragas here, best case scenario, we get like half HP on the turret. Jarvan is going to go bottom here to get his blue, then he's going to clear upwards and get his red. So I do have a small window here where I don't get counter ganked, but looking for this gank in general is just a pretty big waste of time because I've already got the bot lane turret so low. I go for Scuttle here. Once again, not super necessary because I can predict Jarvan's path. He's going to go to the blue because it's up already. He just respawned. Then he's going to go to red. So I get greedy here. This is actually a really greedy play. This is slightly more acceptable in solo queue, but this is still a really greedy play. So I go for top here, not because it's the right play to make on the map, but because I know we're going to kill him. You know, there's no doubt in my mind that we are going to kill this Gragas off this gank, just because it's just a free gank. But the thing is, instead of playing for the team and what's best here, which is going bot lane with Nautilus and just diving bot lane, or like, because the thing is, like, Jarvan, if I ran down to bottom, I'd be like probably like right here right now, okay, right around the river area. And if I meet Jarvan in the jungle, I just kill him. Like, there's no chance that dude fights me at all. And I either push him off or kill him, and then he has to leave, and then I just kill bot lane and get turret. Alternatively, I can just walk in the lane and get turret too. And they have to try to engage on us, but they engage into Nautilus, Sivir, Rek'Sai with those 3 champs, with this guy's items in CS, they're going to get rocked. So we get first turret for sure. But instead, I open up the opportunity for them to actually do things by going for a gank top here. And granted, I kill him. I like make no doubt about it. I knew this was free. And we even get his flash because he's bad. And I know, based off this kill, I can get his red buff. But the thing is here, if he makes the right play, like he knows, oh, my top laner is dead, Rek'Sai is ahead of me, Rek'Sai is going to take my red buff. All he needs to do right here is he takes the red buff here, right? We trade red buffs. And then he goes and kills my bot lane. And then instead of just a win play, it's a trade play. Because if I was down here right now fucking with this guy, if I went and fucked with him at the blue buff, yeah, we would not have killed top lane. But what is this kill top lane getting us? It's getting us top lane TP. It's getting us top lane TP. That's about it. Like, we get a kill, I get his red buff, but it's going to be a trade, and we get top lane TP. I know it's going to be traded because I know he's at the bot side, and the second he sees me top, he knows his red's gone if he's not bad, and he's going to take mine. So instead of killing top, I could have protected my bot lane, got a first blood turret, probably at least 1 kill, and then either denied him the blue or pushed him off and set him even further behind because he would have had a base again. But instead, I go top lane, I want his red buff and his small camps, and he gets to gank my bot lane off of it. It works out because mid lane solos Xerath and gets to protect my bot lane from this gank. So in the essence of the game, it's fine, but on paper, like just like consistency wise, it's a really, really bad play. There's no reason for me to go top there. And that's knowing it's a guaranteed kill. It's still a bad play. And that's just the reality of it. So I realized shit's looking to go down bot lane, so I just tunnel through. This is actually a completely fine play, because once again, I'm not afraid of Jarvan at all. I know he can't fight me. So I'm just tracking here, looking around for him. I see him on the Tremors. I start to back up because I don't know who's behind him. And I see his wolves come up. I'm still looking for him, seeing if he recalled in the bush. He did not. I run into him literally here, and I push him out because my bot lane's getting turret because their bot lane can't stay. And this is fine. Like, now I'm denying him of all his small camps and covering my bot lane at the same time. And he understands I can't walk into my bot side jungle because my bot lane has no pressure. So this is actually really good. This play is one of the best plays I make all game, because I know your bot lane is so weak, you don't want to fight. And I'm so much stronger than you, you don't want to fight. So I just brute force all of his camps. Nautilus goes and makes a super aggressive play here. This is hella greedy by me. Works out, but a little greedy for me on that. At the end part of that, we kill Jarvan again. I know to show up because I know Jarvan just left his bot side, giving up these camps, so I trailed Nautilus as soon as I finished his bot camps in case there was a counter gank. There was, so I countered the counter gank. And then now I've got 1,000,000 gold, and this is actually another good thing I actually do. I don't actually go for Krugs here. And the reason I don't go for Krugs here is because I am already the richest guy in the game by a large margin, and I already have a fuck ton of gold on me. What the hell does doing Krugs get me? Nothing else, really. So, I have everything I want here. I got my Warrior, I got my tier 2 boots, I got my Tiamat, you know, any mix of that I want, really. I think I just go Warrior Tiamat. Ruby Crystal? I think. Warrior Tiamat, Ruby Crystal. Damn, I suck. Ruby Crystal, Control Word. Boom. Okay. So, I like Titanic Hydra. Item, whatever, you know, up to you. I'm fed as fuck. I just like Titanic. So, now, this is what I should do. I go top lane here. This is slightly okay. It's just one camp. Into blue buff, into top. As I wait for the wave to stack, right? If the wave was already stacking, skip all this shit, go straight to top. But the wave isn't ready yet, so I grab time to grab the blue buff, then I walk top here, because that's my next play. My bot lane's in the mid lane already, occupying that that avenue of attack. I just leave them to their thing. I know Jarvan has one play only. He can't defend mid by himself, so I know he's going to be top here. But this is a huge misplay by me. So I dodge, like, mechanically this is like pretty fine. Like, I play it about as well as I can. You know, probably could have done it a little better, actually. I'll play it in half speed. You know, I hit the Q, I see him. I don't think I get the clean knockup. I think that's the biggest thing here. Yeah, I don't get the clean knockup on him. I get the side knockup. And then I have a really good R here to dodge the Jarvan EQ knockup, so I don't insta-die. I do get to kill on Gragas. And then I E the fuck out of there. I just get dunked into auto. Yeah, actually not that well mechanically either. So this is a huge misplay, because all I need to do is I run up here, right? I run up here. I know this is my play. I know Jarvan's gonna be here because he's got nowhere else to be. Like, why would Jarvan be bottom? Ganking the minions? Nah. Why would Jarvan be mid? Gank 1v3 and defending this turret? Hell nah. So there's only one place he can be, right? He's gonna be top. Very obvious. I literally just need to wait in this bush for Jarvan. For like, because the thing is, like, we have all the tempo in the world, right? There's actually no need for me to rush this play. I can just wait 5-10 seconds for Jarvan to show up, because I know he's coming. You know, I have a ward here for my team, so he's not here. His whole bot side's gone, and he knows it. He gave it up to me earlier. I saw him give up the bot camps to me, and there's no reason for him to be bottom ganking that. No reason for him to be middle, trying to hold that 1v3. He's got to be top, you know. It's very easy to deduce. But instead of waiting for him in this bush to start the Krugs or try to gank my Jace, I rush the dive, and, you know, it takes a really nice ult for me to even get the 1-for-1. So yeah, huge misplay from me there, you know. You could say like, oh, well, the game's already over, or oh, you guys are up like 8k gold already. Like, yeah, that's true, you know. That's not wrong in the slightest. You know, I do have like a 2-level lead and a 2k gold lead on this guy, and we're already probably gonna win the game anyway. But that doesn't make my play any less wrong, and that's the thing that people give themselves too much of a pass for. People are like, oh, because I see, like, this is a very popular stream thing. Like, a streamer will be, like, popping the fuck off, and then he'll be, like, 10-0, and then he'll make a play where he should, in theory, like, when you're 10-0 on, like, a snowball champ or something, like, 1-for-1ing is terrible. But, like, they'll overextend, and finally, they'll get punished for it. And they'll go for, like, they'll go 1-for-1 when, like, 10-0, they'll go to 11-1. And they'll be like, oh, man, you know, well, who cares? The game's already over. And you know, like, that's not wrong, but if you're in the process of just trying to improve, cutting out plays like this one is very important. And sometimes I fall into that streamer thing too, where it's just like, you know, the game was already over, you know, I 1-for-1, but like, who cares? You know, I was testing my limits, whatever excuse you want to use, and that's all fine and well, but it's like it's fine to do that, but at the same, like, it's fine as long as you acknowledge, like, it was a mistake, which is, like, what people don't do enough. So now, I'm pretty sure there's not much else in this game. I think I just go clear Krugs here, and then I think I pick up the Dragon, or I just I just go kill Gragas here. Oh, I think this is, like, a huge meme. I didn't play this too well. He actually, like, almost gets out, I think. So I tunnel in here. I think I smite him. What do I... Oh, I Tiamat. Tiamat's broken. That's why you always build Tiamat. Okay, so... I think the rest of this game is just a meme. I'm up 3 levels on the Jarvan. Just pushing him out of all of his jungle. So yeah, this is, like, the last thing, I guess, the last real point of this game. When you're ahead... Don't fucking farm your own jungle. Farm the enemy jungle. I have all my small camps up except Krugs, and I did Krugs because I was waiting for my team to get back on the map. But the second I did my Krugs, I went and go kill people, or I was gonna go into their jungle, because when you're ahead, farming your camps gives them a chance to trade camps on you. This is the same essence as the play I made when I killed Gragas top, when I shouldn't have killed him top, even though I shouldn't have went top even though I killed him. Because why would I go top and kill Gragas when I can and let Jarvan trade like red buffs with me, when I can just go to bot side, take the turret that he can't respond to, push him off the blue buff, or take the blue buff, and send him back. Then take all of his bot camps because he can't respond to that because I already put my bot side ahead too much, and then follow him top side and take those two. When you're ahead, you would rather take everything that's his and nothing of yours than take all of yours for half of his. Because it's always better to give him nothing and give yourself less than give yourself more but give him something. This was exacerbated by Catch-Up XP last season, but it's still a thing you need to keep in mind this season. It's way better for me to take these 2 camps from him. Like, I would rather take 2 of his camps and give him 0 than take 4 of my camps and give him 2. That's basically the concept that you should employ when you have a winning jungle matchup, or you're like currently like ahead in the jungle and you have winning lanes to play off of. One or the 2 or both. This game I have both, but in general that's what you should be looking to do. And I think there's not much else to talk about in this game. I think it's just you just roll them. I grab my camps, grab the dragon, we go middle, chase some people, do some dumb shit, live anyway, because we're fed, dodge some Xerath ults, dive some people, speed up the replay, kill a Xerath, get away with murder, get TP flanked, kill more people, turn on the TP flank, kill him for trying to TP flank, dodge some barrels, and yeah, I don't think there's much else to talk about this game. But yeah, that's really all I did want to talk about. Wow, nice barrel. And I think they just FF, right? Yeah, they FF. Okay, so yeah. Just what I want to talk about, a few things, just the things to take from this. Don't start bot lane on autopilot every game. Always pick the side to start on. Always pick your starting side based on where you want to end, what you want to do at the end of your path, based on what your champion can do, look at your lanes, etc. Take that all into account when deciding where to start. Don't just autopilot start bot side. Make sure you're playing to your win condition. Make sure you're playing for objectives mainly. You know, don't always go for ganks just because it's a free kill. And watch, take into account like everything you do. Like, don't just do things for the sake of doing them. That's just the important things I want to talk about in this like mini self-VOD review. I don't know what I'll title this video, but I'll think of something. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoy this kind of thing, then let me know. I can definitely do more of these, like pseudo VOD review kind of shit. I'll pick a better game too, maybe one that doesn't end in 15 minutes next time. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.